everyone, it's John from What Up, and welcome back to another video. Now, yesterday was New York Comicon, and we got a plethora of Wheel of Time information from the panel that Rafe and some of the cast were on. Now, included in that information was 3 new cast members, so we're going to talk just a bit about them in today's video. Well, when I say 3 new, I mean 2 new and 1 we kind of already knew about thanks to a certain YouTuber. But we'll elaborate on that later on in the video. Now, if you're new to the channel or you don't know what I do here, I cover Wheel of Time news. So anything and everything to do with the Sony and Amazon production, I cover here. That's news, set leaks, photos, casting leaks, rumors, anything. Anything at all with the production we cover here, including all of the official media and official releases that Sony and Amazon put out. Now, all of that being said, is there a spoiler warning for this video? Well, no, not really, because we're only going to talk about the cast, and we're also going to talk about where they fit into the books. However, I'm not going to spoil any character arcs or plot points, so you don't have to worry about that. If you haven't read the books at all, you're safe to watch this video in its entirety. Alright, so during the New York Comicon panel, Rafe Judkins announced 3 cast members that were joining the production for Season 2. Now, 2 of them were brand new that the fandom knew nothing about, and one of them, thanks to me, we did know a little bit about, and we did know her role. Now, way back in late July, there was a photo that was released on Instagram by Priyanka Bose. It was up for a little bit and then it was taken down. It featured some of the cast along with Sierra Coveney. Now, Sierra was not added. She wasn't named really in the photo or anything. However, when that photo went up, I had quite a few people, not just one, but multiple people, message me and say, oh my gosh, I seen her when I was on set. I seen her during the production. And guess what? She's playing Elaine. So, of course, I had to do a video, and I kind of broke the news at the time that she was playing Elaine Tricand. Now, during those conversations, they all had the exact same thing to say. From her hair to her toenails, this girl was Elaine. Like, no questions asked. She embodied the complete spirit of the character of the Daughter Heir. Now, yesterday during the panel, Rafe Judkins said something very similar, which made me really happy. What he said, and I quote, was, genuinely every single person on the production, from the first casting assistant that watched Sierra's tape, to me, to costumes, to hair, to the cast, as every person has met her, they have come to me and said afterwards, she is Elaine, that girl is Elaine, I can never see anyone else being her now. So I'm super pumped to see her on screen. We do know that she's been filming since July, so she's filmed right at the beginning of Season 2. She probably joins right in Episode 1, and that is a little bit different from the books. Now, we do know that Elaine Tricand does show up in The Eye of the World. However, we're pretty sure that Keeneland's not going to be in the first season, and everything was kind of shuffled around, so it stands to reason that we're probably going to meet her in the tower because she was doing scenes with Madeline Madden back then. So, I'm really very excited to see her as a novice. That would be really cool. So Rafe had 2 other actresses he talked about yesterday. He did not give their roles, however. The first one was Natasha OKeefe. Now, Natasha OKeefe is a British-born actress. She was born in 1986, and she's been acting since about 2008. Now, she has done both stage, television, and movies, so she's done a little bit of everything. Now, you'd probably recognize her from her role as Lizzie Stark in Peaky Blinders or Emma Greaves in Intergalactic. Those are the 2 most recent things she's done that are probably the most popular. Now, she certainly embodies the look of a number of different characters that she could possibly be, but the fandom's pretty much settled on 2 different characters. And I mean, this is widely talked about on Reddit, on Facebook, and on Twitter, and they've all said pretty much the same thing. They believe that she's either playing Lanfear or Elida. Now, I'm going to give my thoughts at the very end of the video on who I think these 2 actresses are playing. However, the fans have all pretty much decided it's either one or the other, and that's pretty much it. Now, the next actress that he mentioned was this lady here. Now, this is miracel, and I probably mispronounced that, and I do apologize if I did. She's another British actor, comedian, playwright, singer, journalist, and producer. She's done pretty much everything. She was born in 1961, and she's been acting since '84. So she's been acting almost as long as Natasha's been alive. So she is absolutely fantastic. She's done a ton of different stuff, and she is a really great actress. Now, you probably recognize her as a small role in Doctor Strange as Dr. Patel, and she's also done a role in Yesterday and Code 404, the television series. So she's done a bunch of different stuff, but those are the things you'd probably recognize her most in. Now, she has really good acting chops, and she, again, has a certain look of certain characters about her. Now, the fandom has pretty much settled on the fact that she's playing Varen Mathwin. Now, that's what the fandom has said. Now, Rafe did give us a little bit of a hint of who they're playing. Now, at the end of it, he did say they're playing 2 of the most important characters in the whole book series. So, that being said, two of the most important characters in the whole book series. Lanfear could be kind of considered one of the most important because she goads Rand into doing a bunch of different things, although I don't think that's what he meant. So, with that thought alone, I don't think Lanfear, in my opinion, is one of the more important ones. They could probably do most of the series without Lanfear. Now, I know Matt Hatch, the Dusty Wheel, would probably be very upset, just as I would be upset if they cut Gawain. But, it's possible. Could they do the entire series without Elaida, though? No. I don't think they could. Elaida's too central of a character. She helps Egwene grow. She's very central to a bunch of different plot points during the series. And again, I said no spoilers, so I'm not going to talk about them. However, very, very important character. Like, absolutely massively important character. Now, the other one, Varen Mathwin, 100% very important character. I wouldn't want to watch the show without Varen. Let's put it that way. That's how much I like her and how important she is to the series and how important she was in the books. Again, I didn't really give a spoiler warning, so I can't say much about it, but it's one of the most iconic scenes in the entire series. I hope is kept word for word, and it involves Varen, and those of you who read the book series all the way up to and including Memory of Light will understand what I'm talking about. So, if I had to put money on anything, I would say, and I do like Elaida and Varen. Those are my two. So I think that Natasha's probably playing Elaida Sedai, and that Mira's probably playing Varen. Now, the other little clue we have here is this is Season 2, and we do know that we did meet Elaida in The Eye of the World. However, we met her when we met Elaine. So if they're keeping in sort of that tradition where maybe Elaida and Elaine went to the tower together and they do the meetings there rather than in Caemlyn and the Royal Palace, I'm going to say they're probably together and Natasha's probably playing Elaida and she's going to have scenes with Sierra. That's my guess. Now, the other one is Varen. We don't really see Varen until The Great Hunt anyway. That's the second book. And we do know the second season centers mainly around, or at least the bulk of The Great Hunt. We think some of the Dragon Reborn is also in there, but we're not entirely sure because we really don't know a whole lot about Season 2 just yet. But they definitely are adapting The Great Hunt because they're following along in the series, especially considering some of the places they filmed and some other little tidbits and leaks we've had recently. Again, no spoilers in this video, so I'm not going to talk about them. But we know they're adapting certain aspects of The Great Hunt. And Varen, we do meet her in that second book. Now, however, some people may argue you met her in New Spring, and the first season does factor into certain elements of New Spring. But I think we're probably going to meet her for the first time in the Tower as well. And they're going to play central plot lines right away. I think we're going to see point of view characters from Varen and Elaida right away in Season 2. It's my guess anyway. So let me know what you folks think in the comments down below. Who do you believe they are? Is Natasha Elaida, or is she Lanfear? Which camp are you in? Or do you think she's playing someone completely different? As well, do you think Mira's playing Varen, or could she be playing another character? I mean, as soon as I seen her, Kathy Bates has always been my Varen forever, my fan casting. However, Mira, I think looking at a lot of the photos of her and a lot of her body of work, would really do a good job because she does have some comedic training and she does have the comedic timing down. And let's face it, Varen gets off those one-liners here and there in the books, and they're pretty good when they land. Now, let me know what you folks think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for sticking with me here to the very end, and stay tuned for more New York Comic Con videos in the next day or two. Here's to many more.